What's up? What's up? Is your man Jimmy Chan. All right, so here we are talking about equivalent statements. So if a compound statement is true, then its equivalent statement is also true. And if it's false, then it's also false. And of course, that doesn't describe a whole lot besides doing an example. So let's go ahead and do an example that I need to prove that let's say P or not Q is equivalent, and that is a symbol for equivalent, okay? That not P than not Q, okay? So let's prove that these two are equivalent, and then you'll see what it means by if it's true, then it's true, if it's false, then it's false, okay? So what I want to do is I see two letters, so I know that I need a total of 4 rows. There's 3 and 4, okay? So here we go, here's P, here's a column for Q, okay? So P and Q, and I know it's true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false, okay? So to do this, I'm going to go ahead and deal with just this piece right here for now, okay? So to do that, I need a not Q. So there we go, there's not Q. So in other words, I have to negate the Q column. So it's going to be now false, true, false, true. All right, so now I got to do P or not Q. All right, so P or not Q, I'm now focused on P or not Q. Oops. So I'm focused on these, I'm ORing the two. So if I'm ORing the two, the only time that OR is false is they're both false. So this is going to be a true, true, false, true. Okay, so there we go. All right, so now what I can do is oopsies. It's okay, actually, let me keep on going on that. Let me just do that too, and then do this. So those are all gone, and then redraw this line, and there we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the other one. Oopsies. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here, except I did not need, well, I need the not Q, but not yet, so I'm just going to take that out. So now I'm going to go ahead and, actually, let me move this over here so you can see that that's that. I'm showing that these two are equivalent, so I'm going to need a not P. So I got to negate the P column, which is false, false, true, true. Then the not Q column, which is false, true, false, true. Okay, now I can do the not P, then not Q. Okay, so with the if then, the only time it's false is when the premise is true and the conclusion is false. Okay, so I'm looking at these two columns right here, not P and not Q, and I'm going to then them, okay, as in if then them. Okay, ooh, where am I going with that one? Whoa. Oh, I know what just happened. Wow. Okay, let's just delete that. Let's just redraw these lines here. There we go. There we go. All right, so if then them, then it's going to be true, true, false, true. Okay? So now if you were to look at just the conclusion, right? This part right here and this part right here. Notice that when this was true, this was true. When this was true, this was true. That makes the equivalent. If this is false, then this is false. And when I ran out of colors, let's use purple. If this is true, and this is true. So in other words, all four of them have to have the same thing for these two compound statements to be equivalent. And since this is, that means yes, those two are equivalent. All right. So let's look at some other equivalent statements that could be conditional. And let's see here. So down here, you can see that we already did the original conditional statement, which is P then Q. If P, then Q. The converse is when we switch the P and Q. So the Q came first, then the P. So if Q, then P is converse. And the inverse is to negate both of them. So from the original, you would negate the P and negate the Q. So it's if not P, then not Q. The contrapositive is where I do both to switch and negate. So I gotta switch the places of the Q and the P and then negate both of them. Okay. And as you can see here, the conditional is equivalent to the contrapositive, and the converse and inverse are equivalent to each other. Okay. So we can do that. We can go ahead and prove that P then Q is equivalent to not Q, then not P. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw our table. So same thing here. I got a feeling this one isn't going to need as much as the other one because we got the not to be done as well. My P column, my Q column. So I got P and Q, 2 letters, so 4 rows. Half of that is 2, so 2 trues, 2 falses. Half of 2 is 1, so 1 true, 1 false, 1 true, 1 false. Then this is going to be P, then Q. So definitely didn't need as much. So let me go ahead and duplicate this really quick. Move it over here because I got a feeling I'm going to need a lot more for that one. There we go. All right, so P then Q. So I do P then Q. The only time if P then Q is false is if the premise is true and the conclusion is false. So this is going to be a true, true, false, true. And the way I talk about this is that if you wash my car, I give you $50. Good deal. If you wash my car and I don't pay you $50, ooh, sorry. Good thing I checked here. This would be the false. However, if you don't wash my car and I pay you $50, that's a great deal, right? And if you don't wash my car, I don't pay you $50, that's still a fair deal. All right? All right, so now over here, I got to do the not Q, which is going to be, I got to negate the Q column, so that's false, true, true. And then do the not P column, and that is going to be negating the P column, so that's going to be false, true, true. Now I can do the not Q, then not P. So that means I have to extend these a little further, like so. And there we go. So now I can just focus on just these two columns here and do the if not Q, then not P. All right, so false, then false is going to be true, because if you don't wash my car, I don't pay you $50, still a fair deal. If you wash my car and I don't pay you $50, that's bad. If you don't wash my car and I pay you $50, that's still a great deal. And if you wash my car and I pay you $50, that's still a fair deal. Okay, so if you look, the first row is true, so is this first row. The second row is false, so is this second row. The third row is true, so is this third row. This fourth row is true, so is this fourth row. And that is what makes them equivalent. All right. I hope this helps. If there's any questions, please let me know. See ya.